Stacy the Black Feather Intuitive. Welcome to Demystify the Divine, weekly readings and tools to connect. And this segment is our wisdom teaching segment. And I'm really excited to be bringing to you today the subject of meditation. Now, meditation is one of those, I want to say, topics that's near and dear to my heart, because when I started with meditation in my own life many, many years ago, I was like a stress case, a stress ball. The monkey mind was so crazy that I could not sit still and quiet my mind for longer than 30 seconds before, some kind of random thought would come in. And so it was very frustrating because I thought, well, meditation, I guess, just isn't for me. I'm not able to do it. And that's not true. There are active and passive forms of meditation. So, for the last couple of years, in my Ignite Your Wings Tools for Transformation membership, I offered this wisdom teachings experience. And so what I'm going to do is show you a recording that I made in March of 2023 around this very topic. And so we talk a lot about that active versus passive meditation, what it is, and how you can make it work for you, how you can find out which forms of meditation really work for you so that you don't have to feel like I did for a long time and think, well, I guess meditation just isn't for me. Meditation is for everyone. We just have to find the secret sauce that works for each of us. So stay tuned, watch the video, and I'll join you on the flip side for a little bit of guidance on the end. Enjoy. Shalom, my fabulous phoenixes. Welcome to Wisdom Teachings. Really excited to be sharing this with you. The Wisdom Teachings is really about having an opportunity in a forum to share with you guys a lot of the things that I've picked up along the way through my awakening, in terms of what I've been learning, what I've been exposed to, a Q&A on sort of what is out there. And today I thought it would be a great opportunity for us this month to explore archangels versus ascended masters. And this is something that when I was awakening and stepping into that space, I found all of it fascinating, and all of these people who could channel the archangels or channel the ascended masters. And I was like, that's all really cool, but what's an ascended master? What exactly is an archangel? And how is an archangel different from an angel? Everyone talks about a guardian angel. So what's the difference? So here's your Coles Notes or your Cliff's Notes. The Coles Notes is a Canadian thing. So for my Canadians out there, you're going to understand Coles Notes if you're old enough. If you're not, you're going to be like, what is she talking about? And the Cliff Notes. So we're going to do some highlights, some bullet points on what this means. So archangels. Archangels, we talk about angels in the angelic world or the angelic community, or I talk about the archangelic collective. We as humans always have to linearize everything, and we put a hierarchy onto everything. It's how we sort of structure ourselves and structure our minds. So there's this concept out there that there are these levels and layers of different angels. And while there are, it's not one is better than the other. It's more just about the different energies and their purposes. So archangels their sole purpose is to help humanity, to support humanity, to provide comfort, wisdom, and guidance to humanity through what they are experiencing, through their suffering, through their trials and tribulations, giving them wisdom so that they can have a vision and see sort of what is moving forward. Archangels are a little bit different than guardian angels. A guardian angel is assigned just to you. So you have one, and there's a theory out there that you have two. Everybody has two assigned to them from birth, and they're with you until you take your last breath, and they're assigned specifically to you. Archangels are available to everyone who asks. They want to share their wisdom with the world. They want to share their wisdom with humanity to help guide them through the interesting game of life that we find ourselves in. And while we can, of course, work with them individually, I do all the time, their purpose really is to sort of help humanity. So it's not helping just this one person. It's helping everyone and anyone who needs it collectively, globally. And then if you're calling on them individually, they will come in at that particular time to assist you, but they're not assigned to you. Archangels also, their sole purpose is to help humanity. So they are higher beings of frequency and light, but they're not so high up dimensionally that they can't connect. So a lot of individual energies and beings, not every high dimensional energy chooses or can connect with us in the third dimension, because it's such a low or dense vibration. And when I say low, I don't mean bad. It's just, it's lower. We've got lower frequencies and higher frequencies. We've got higher density and lower density frequencies. So archangels have basically chosen to exist in a dimension that is obviously higher than the third dimension, but not so high that they can't connect with us. So we have to reach our feelings, our spidey senses. We have to reach up and ascend into that higher vibration, and they kind of come in and sort of lower theirs in order for the space in the middle for us to be able to receive the information. So that is archangels. I want to talk about the fact that archangels have never incarnated in the body. So this is really important. And there's a school of thought out there, a theory out there, that there are two archangels that we connect with that actually incarnated in the body, and that is Archangel Metatron and Archangel Sandalphon. The story is that they're brothers and that they incarnated. You know, I can't confirm or deny that, but what I can tell you is it's not so much that they incarnated and had human lives, as much as it's they took on physical form. They descended into Earth and took on a physical form for a particular period of time in order to make themselves known and to have interaction with particular individuals on the planet. So it's not that they incarnated into the body and had a life. It's that they incarnated in some kind of physical form that could be witnessed and experienced in a tangible way, in a way that the humans that were connecting could actually receive without getting burned out. Because, you know, our bodies are sensitive, and too much intense energy can burn the body out. It's part of being in the physical. That's just kind of the nature of where things are at. So you take what works for you and you leave the rest behind. I'm a big supporter of that. You know, what resonates with you, it might be different than, you know, what I'm just offering you what I feel is my truth and what I have received through, you know, years of channeling and that kind of thing. But if it doesn't resonate with you and you believe that, you know, Metatron and Sandalphon incarnated, by all means, you know, rock on with your bad self, you know, whatever floats your boat, because we are all very unique in those ways and need to have those experiences. Ascended Masters. Ascended Masters are individuals who have incarnated. They've been in the karmic wheel of life and have incarnated in bodies, multiple bodies, and lived those lives to the point where they ended up figuring out the game of life. They ascended. Their lives and the choices in their lives allowed them to ascend and learn the game of life to the point where they no longer need to play that game. I'm going to just shout out a couple of things. Everybody has heard of Jesus. Jesus is an ascended master. Everyone's heard of Buddha. Buddha is an ascended master. Krishna is an ascended master. Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary. So these are all examples. Yogananda. These are all examples of beings. Mother Teresa, there's a good one too. Now, the interesting thing about Mother Teresa is she died in a lot of our lifetimes, but she is an ascended master now. A lot of people have been feeling like they've been connecting with her energy, channeling her energy. She provided, and all ascended masters provided, a walking, living example of energy, a walking, living example of the way that you can ascend. And they did it in the physical. So they understand our plight. They understand what it means to be incarnated in all of the crazy things that can occur on the planet Earth and in this game called life. They have played it enough that now they can stay on the other side, and they don't have, there's no point in them incarnating again. It serves no purpose. They've already been there and done that. But what they've all chosen to do is to stay on the other side and say, I'm going to connect with my soul family that is still in that karmic wheel or still playing the game of life. And we're going to assist them. We're going to give them the wisdom and knowledge that they really could use to be able to reach their highest and best potential and to get through this game of life, learning what we were all supposed to learn, you know, what we're all supposed to go through on an individual basis, and then as a collective, as a whole. Sometimes ascended masters, there's a theory out there that Mother Mary is the same soul aspect or same energy as goddess Isis. So there's this concept out there that ascended masters can have different forms of themselves. There's a walking theory out there that Saint Francis is the incarnation of the current Pope. So, you know, again, take what works for you, leave the rest behind. I don't know whether I, you know, purport to all of these things or not. And the way I kind of look at it is, how important is it really for me to know the specifics of, you know, this archangel or this ascended master is speaking to me and they're talking about this and that. And ooh, sometimes it's just exciting for us, you know, on this awakening journey to know that it's almost like we need proof. We need to know that we're talking to this specific being, and somehow that makes it more legitimate, right? It legitimizes our experience so that we don't feel crazy and so that others aren't, you know, judging us and calling us crazy. But in the grand scheme of things, that's a very human thing to need to know all of the specifics. When in reality, what is the message you're receiving? Does it ring true? That's really what it's all about. And we as humans, of course, we compartmentalize and we label things because that's how we're able to, I want to say, take it all in. You know, having a little bit of structure helps us to be able to process it a little bit more and feel a little more comfortable about what we're receiving. But ascended masters, they are going to come to you kind of like the archangels. They're here for the collective. They're not here for specific individual people, although they are always open to connecting with specific individual people who are reaching out to them, who are inviting them into their space. Or they may make themselves known so that you can explore that, go down that rabbit hole a little bit and see if that energy resonates with you. You know, if you're dreaming about Jesus all the time, it's an invitation that Jesus is saying, hey, I've got some messages for you. I'd love to work with you if you're interested in that, if you're open to that. But of course, there's always free will, right? So we have to invite that in. We have to say yes to those invitations. And we absolutely have the right to say, you know what? I think I'd like to connect with Mary Magdalene's energy. Let's just see what comes up as a result of that. You know, for the next month, I'm going to devote my meditations to connecting with the energy of Mother Mary. And no expectation, let's just see what comes through. Or I'm really feeling like this month I want to talk to Buddha. You know, let me get to know Buddha. I've been reading up on Buddha. I'm drawn to, you know, the things about Buddha. So let me connect energetically and see what Buddha has to say to me or through me or for me. So that is, you know, sort of a nuts and bolts way of presenting archangels versus ascended masters. Hope this information was helpful for you. Feel free to, you know, submit some questions if you have any questions or comments about any of this information. I'm always happy to pop on and answer some, you know, questions, do a little Q&A or anything like that, submit some things into the portal to help you out. But I really hope that you found the information helpful. So that is our wisdom teaching for this month. And I hope this information helps you to feel a little more empowered about checking out this great thing called meditation that everybody talks about. And really tap in and see which form of meditation works for you. I always say experiment, you know, try a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and you will definitely find something that works for you. For more like this, feel free to click the like, subscribe, and the bell on my YouTube channel for more content like this, and consider joining my completely free Black Feather community. all the support and guidance you can handle from like-minded, like-hearted souls. Can't wait to see you next week. Take care.